Cheers.
Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. It's your chamber check-in, and today is a great opportunity to check in with co-owner, founder of Kin Boise, Ramey McManus. Hi, Ramey.
Hi, Paul. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, it is so good to see you in person. I was at your picnic, your final picnic of the year last week, and what an experience. And I'm excited to let everybody know about Kin and kind of let us tell the story and share the story of how you guys got your start. So, Ramey, with that, why don't you tell the audience a little bit how you got your start? I mean, you're a Boise born and bred guy, went to Boise High, race on national elite level cyclists. I hear you have some ultimate Frisbee skills, but I think what I've experienced knowing you over the years is your tenacious and vibrant personality that I think has really spawned this brand and kind of morphed into what it is. Tell us how you got your start.
Well, start in the restaurant business. I started real early. I was about 18 years old and essentially needed a job. Figured out that you can make more money in the restaurant business than you can work in construction or what have you. So just fell in love with it at that point, and I've spent, I guess, the greater part of 30 years in and out of the restaurant industry. It's something that's near and dear to my heart, and nothing quite like giving someone an experience around food and wine and drink. It'll heal you. I heard today on the news talking about food healing people, and it's certainly something right now, giving people an experience or providing food or meals or entertainment to folks that quite honestly they need it. But it's very difficult to do right now in a safe way. So, yeah, that's how I personally got my start. Kin, as far as Kin, the restaurant, we got our start actually quite a few years ago at State and Lemp, another restaurant that I co-created, I guess 7 years ago now. Actually, our 7th anniversary would have been just last week or a couple weeks ago. So my business partner now, Chris Kamori, he started with us at State and Lemp just a few weeks before we opened, and so he and I have been together for about 7 years now. After we left State and Lemp, we came over to Kin. Took us a few years to figure out exactly what we were doing and how to build it, but the entire staff came with us as well, and so that's really the reason that we're named Kin. We're a big family. We've been together for our parents and children, but we work very well together, and we respect each other and work hard at doing what we feel is right.
Well, State and Lamp was one of the first unique dining experiences in Boise that I'm aware of, where it was elevated. You walk in, right, and you personally were handing your guests a glass of local champagne, and then we were all seated together, and I love that about it, on handmade chairs and table from our friends, our local friends and artists like Matt Grover, and you really brought a community feel to that. And my wife and I, we loved going there and having that experience, because you couldn't find that anywhere else. And it was just a special treat, right? And now that you've come, you're done with State and Lemp, and now you're in the old Angels Bar and Grill location that has been completely renovated to the style of you and your team. And I wish you're not open right now, are you?
We are not open. We actually got our occupancy the day after the city shut restaurants down in mid-March, and basically kind of pivoted towards obviously doing a lot of different things and offering different types of service, things that we never ever would have anticipated that we would have done. Took us a while to figure out what our model would be for delivery or takeout, and then a couple more weeks we figured out a way to really interact with the community and give the community something different. And that was through those picnics that you spoke of earlier. And we had always, in moving here, one of our big goals was to be more involved in the community. That was one of the reasons that we decided to leave State and Lemp and to grow and to build a larger restaurant and larger facility. There were a lot of reasons for that, but one of the reasons was to be more involved in the community and to give back more to our community that has, helped to put us where we are. And in doing so, we had to make more money. That's the only way that you can give back to a community. So building a larger facility, having a bar, being able to hire more employees and, take care of our employees, look after our staff. So that was a big goal, but giving back to the community was huge. And with the picnic, we had the chance. That was our first opportunity to really do that outside of the nonprofits that we could talk about a little bit later. But so we had about 50 different concerts. We had music, theater, dance on the stage, and we were able to serve 50 to 60 guests, socially distanced. It was a 3-course picnic, a 3-course meal with snacks and cocktails and water. When you sat down, you had your own square. If you ordered more cocktails or more beverages, you text the order in and it came to a separate table, and you would come pick it up from your spot. Obviously you saw that, and quite a few other people saw it, throughout the course of the summer and the early fall. But one of the things that we really enjoyed is to see the people come and stand outside of the rope and experience it, for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, even all night. Sometimes people would show up with a chair and, a picnic of their own and experience the concert, whether they couldn't afford it or whether they'd seen something else, what have you. And that's something that for the future that we're really excited about, post COVID, hopefully when we have a packed house on the natural amphitheater and we have a band going, we're hoping that people file out of the office buildings and, tell their kids to come meet them, and they sit on the other side of the fence, and, they're eating a hamburger, they're eating a pizza, whatever they're doing, just enjoying, and we're never going to fence it all the way to the sidewalk, because we want that community feel. We want to give people something that they can enjoy free of charge, next to someone who's enjoying it, with a paying ticket. So
absolutely.
Yeah, community's big thing for us. It's not something that we take lightly, and that's the big reason that we're not open. The health of this community is very, very important to us. And it's a lot of hard conversations to say, we're going to take a restaurant that we took 18 months to remodel, and we're not going to open it.
Yeah.
And obviously that means we're not going to bring in a great deal of income, and it's hard for us to maybe let go of some of the staff, maybe, forego some of the things that we felt like we needed. But the health of the community is much more important to us right now, and we don't feel like we can deliver a service that is our style or any style safely inside a restaurant right now.
Well, I got to tell you, you guys led by example at the very beginning, going above and beyond the city ordinance and the policies that were laid out by the Central District Health Department on how to operate. I mean, I saw and observed firsthand the amount of effort that you guys put in to keep us safe while we're having the kin experience. And kudos to you. And for like, how do you come up with the plans and develop that type of procedure? You were telling me at that dinner that it took several weeks to kind of figure out the flow of it all.
Yeah, we have, one of the big benefits of being kin and having this unique family of employees and staff is that we have this incredible collaborative, mentality, and we talk to each other. We brainstorm all the time on ideas, on food, on wine, on service, everything. It's a collaborative effort to get to where we go, or to get to where we're heading. It's certainly not just me. It's certainly not just Chris. it's all of us, Mark and John, our management team, and even the service staff. We rely on them just as much as we rely on management. And it's amazing to see once you empower your staff, once you empower your employees to take on that ownership and leadership. No one is higher than anyone here. We may write the checks, but they certainly make decisions just as much as we do. So that's what it took to arrive to those, to that service style, and then also the patio service style that we had. We were doing patio service for a few months there, where we were serving about 20 people on the patio, a patio that has a capacity for about 80. We were serving 20 guests. And every single table that a guest was sitting at had another table that was 6 feet away from them that would receive the food and beverages. And then once they took the food and beverages, we would sanitize that table again. And that's how we served, and that's how and they were expected to bus their own table to that table if they wanted anything cleared. So it's not for everyone. That's not the style for everyone. But mandating masks and all sorts of safety precautions, because it's not just about the consumer or the guest. It's also about the staff, and that's one of the things that you see in these restaurants right now is, some of these restaurants are either shutting down or limiting their hours because they simply can't staff them, because the staff is getting sick. So if you can't staff your restaurant, and then you can't even essentially operate your restaurant. Right. So that's a big thing for us. We don't also feel like we could staff our restaurant if we opened inside. You lose a couple of employees, and that means you lose the whole you lose 2 weeks.
Okay. Well, hey, let's talk briefly about some of the national recognition that, kind of came from State and Lemp and now into Kin. And it really elevated your restaurant's awareness on a national scale. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly not something that we go chasing. We don't have we don't have a PR team that writes letters to the James Beard Foundation or to Food and Wine or to the Restaurant Arts or whoever. We don't have anybody who does that. We do have a few people in this community who work closely with some of those organizations and who may or may not referred us to them, but. Yeah, we were fortunate enough. Our culinary team and Chris, my partner, of course, was nominated 3 years in a row for the James Beard Award. State and Lemp received design awards for the interior design as well. So yeah, we did make some headlines and get some national attention. We were awarded top 100 restaurants 3 years in a row in a couple of different publications. But we're a small team of people that Chris always used to say, we don't take ourselves seriously. We just take what we do seriously. And I think that carried through to the Kin, to the Kin family as well. We like to joke around and have a good time at work. It's a small unit. So if someone's in a bad mood, it quickly goes to the next person, and you'll see that in any workplace. So when everybody's in a good mood and having a good time, then that also carries through to the staff members. And if the staff's having a good time, I mean, you came to State and Lemp and you saw some of the experiences that you could have on supper clubs and on other nights. Oh. If everybody's in a good mood, and then the guests are in a good mood, and you're sitting 6 inches away from a stranger. Those conversations start, and you have a couple of glasses of wine. It's a wonderful experience. So I think that's really, what got us the recognition, just the experience that we were able to deliver to guests, not only the food and service, but, the whole experience. And certainly something that we want to do at Kin. It's just going to be a little bit of time,
Yeah, I get it. I love those wine pairings you did with Talaya, and I love the beer pairings you did with Payette. It's just, I just can't wait till we get back to those times, but I'm sure it'll be some time. Before I disconnect with you, I'd love to talk to you all day and share more stories with you, Ramey, but tell us a little bit about the nonprofit collaboration and creation that is new to the area that kind of spawned from the beginning of the stay-at-home order?
Yeah. So, and I'm not as involved as Chris in the City of Good. A little more involved in the fair, but as soon as the shutdown happened, instantly we started thinking about our staff, and we started thinking about hospitality workers, and knowing that they were going to be out of work and out of income. So one of the things that we always do here at State and or at Ken, gee, many Christmas, man, bleep that out. Is we always do family meal. At a certain time of the day, everyone stops. It's 3:00 here now. Everyone stops. Everyone sits down together. We have family meal. We talk, we laugh, we go over dietary restrictions, food allergies that we might have for pickups and deliveries and what have you. And just make sure everyone's on the same page. But also just sit down and have a meal together. Enjoy it. Enjoy some time away from the hustle and bustle of what we're doing. And so we wanted to be able to provide that to not only our staff but other hospitality workers. And so we started working with different restaurants and different organizations that were here in downtown Boise. And Dave Crick is a huge driving force in this thing. Oliver Russell and Boise State. There's a lot of these different people on this organization. The City of Good, which was founded, and Chris is one of the board members, and it's kind of morphed because we obviously we quickly found out that unemployment benefits of $700, $800 plus a week came in, so the hospitality industry didn't necessarily need the help. So the focus turned to who really needs the help, and at this point, who needs the help are the kids, school kids that aren't receiving healthy, nutritious meals over the weekend, especially. And so City of Good basically has launched fuel kits, and so every Friday, fuel kits from many different restaurants. Not only us, for sure, not only us. We've got Diablo and Sons, Bitter Creek, which is same ownership, but then we've got Fork, and we've got Wilder, and we've got Water Bear, and in a couple of other places that are providing meals to kids, and it's healthy meals that are just for the kids for the whole weekend. 2 breakfasts, wow. 2 lunches, 2 dinners. Also snacks are involved with that, and so those are all delivered on Fridays. And we'd like to grow it as large as we can, and creating a funding model to find money to be able to do that for a long period of time is something that they're working really hard on. And it's an amazing organization. And like I said, Chris is more involved in that than I am right now, but to see and to hear what he talks about on a daily basis with those board members is truly impressive. And then the other one that we helped co-create is Fair Idaho, and that's an organization that is based around the food and agricultural industry here in Idaho for independent food and agriculture, and it's restaurants and farms and ranches and even employees and everyone essentially in the food sector, and to try to help unite all of those in the industry and give us a bigger platform, give us a voice nationally, regionally, to be able to make an impact. And whether that be, helping with COVID resources, whether that be giving people an opportunity to, have health insurance for their employees, figuring out different laws that we need to change or we need to work within. So all these different things, but essentially just bringing this industry together and building a whole unit so we have a larger voice on a larger scale.
Well, if Ken's a part of it, it's going to be elevated and it's going to be broadcasted. So thanks for all your efforts there in our community, yeah. Ramey. So, hey, before we go, how can we continue to support you guys?
So we're doing a few things as far as takeout and pickup are concerned. We just introduced family
let me put
meal.
Your website.
We just introduced family meal. And this is similar to that tiffin experience that you had on the picnic. So you can pick up on Wednesdays and Fridays, and it's a 3-course meal inside that tiffin. And then you also get cocktails are accompanied with that. It's $35 per person. We also there's add-ons. You can add wine pairing, you can add kids meals, things like that. And we do that for pickup and delivery. Delivery, we can't deliver the hard alcohol, the cocktails, but we can deliver the fixings for it, and you just add it. We also do Kin at Home, which is our more tasting menu style experience. We do 95% of the work, and you do the last 5%. We produce a 25 to 30-minute television show that goes along with that talks about the cocktail, talks about the wine pairings, and then the instructions for cooking all the courses as well as the dessert. And, we're going to continue pushing forward on doing, whatever we can during the winter. We're offering a Thanksgiving Kin at Home as well as a Christmas holiday Kin at Home. So, we're trying to do a lot of different things. We're incorporating with the staff doing wines days, sweater sessions. So a couple of our Psalms are doing Instagram live videos talking about a couple of different wines. We're going to start introducing cocktail nights as well as cooking nights. So we're doing as much as we can, And if somebody is interested in holiday parties and they're interested in contactless style holiday parties, I think that we're the way to do it. We're going to do a live stream holiday party this coming up weekend where we're delivering meals to everyone, and then we're going to live stream everything. They can ask us questions when we're making cocktails. They can ask us questions about the wine, and then they're going to watch us cook it right in front of them while they're cooking right in their home. So, we're trying to think outside the box and give people a unique experience. But I know a lot of people are growing tired of the Zoom meetings and things like that. So we'll definitely try to make it fun. Try to do some live concerts as well, and see where it goes. It's going to be a long dark winter for a lot of people. So anytime that we can give some levity and an experience that they're not going to get somewhere else, we're happy to do that for sure.
I love it. Hey, you're talking about cocktails and wine, and the cocktail that I had at the picnic was a bourbon drink, and it was called Sweater Weather.
Yeah, Sweater Weather.
And I went into another restaurant the other afternoon, and I said, "Hey, can I get the Sweater Weather?" They looked at me all cross-eyed, and I said, "Well, I got that at Kin. Can you guys make it here?"
Yeah, we our cocktail program is certainly a little different than others. I mean, others have really cool cocktail programs out there. That's for sure in Boise. But our culinary team and our bar team work real closely together, utilizing ingredients that we've used in the kitchen, byproducts, waste things, and not necessarily waste. It's just it's a byproduct of something that came out of the kitchen.
Like a lemon zest and a lemon peel cut out that was in the drink.
Yeah.
It was
So all these different things we try to utilize as many ways as possible. Get every use out of it.
Okay. Ramey, hey, thank you for your time.
Absolutely, man. Thank you.
Thank you for your membership with us.
You bet.
Thank you for your involvement in the community.
Yeah, community's a big thing for Kin. And community's a big thing in Boise, man.
Yeah.
Very,
what do you got? Yeah, wear your mask.
Wear your masks.
Absolutely. Wear your mask.
There you go.
You got to do it, folks.
Got to do it.
Get them on. Ramey, have fun. Whatever you're doing.
I'm going to Mexico tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Brag a little bit more about that. But hey, enjoy a little break from all this. And we'll see you when you return. And I look forward to our next time we can raise a glass and look at all this in our rear view mirror and have a cheers to the future.
Thank you. This
Thanks,
Idaho kombucha. It's not liquor.
Whatever. See you, Ramey.
See you, buddy. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
Thanks to the chamber.